Today on Crawdaddy Customs, we're back discussing the roller cam and the roller cam lifters. We have a potential new candidate for Pontiac conversion, so come along, let's check it out. Go through and we're going to use our new lifter. I've placed some black marker on it, and you're going to go, you got exhaust first and then intake on the number 1 cylinder. So we're going to put it in here. There we go. And we're going to make sure that we're on our base. And there we go. I can see the nose of the cams over here. So I'm going to take the scribe and we're going to get up in here. And this is as low as our cam goes. So we have clearance between the oil band and here. I'll get a measurement on that. I'm going to do the exhaust side also, even though on my cam there's only 10 thousandths difference between them. We get a measurement at the bottom of the exhaust lobe also. Make sure it's down. Even though there's only 10 thousandths difference, I want everyone to see it. So here we go. And yeah, you can't tell the difference. There's barely anything there. But when we compare that to this, we can see, yeah, they line up basically exactly where I had the other one at. You can see there's an oil fill port, and an oil fill port, and another oil fill port, and a fourth one. So we got every 90 degrees on this, so it doesn't stick up into the upper oil band area, which is good. This is also 100 thousandths taller than the Speed Pro 2148 lifter that I had looked at previously. And it comes factory installed with a snap ring in it, which are all bonuses. It's got an exposed lifter body here, so we're looking pretty good there. And something else I noticed, there's a port here. So if you were to take and scribe across and down slightly, you could have a pressurized channel that would actually oil, it would pressure oil your rollers that came up and down. Well, part of the cycle anyways. Obviously it's going to drop out of the channel at some point, but still you can have some oiling there, so that's kind of cool. Now I'm going to do some comparisons to this versus the 2148, but the other thing I want to show you, so you got 12-30 seconds there, a little, maybe a touch over, which is 3/8, which is 0.375. So this cam that I have, I've got a maximum of 0.360. We've got 0.375 at a minimum. So that leaves me with 15 thousandths, which isn't a lot, but it's still oiling. So I'm going to be fine. The oil ports will line up with the oil band the whole time. If you have a larger lift cam, you might, Paul K from Performance Years went through and suggested that if you were to go through and lightly put a channel in, bring it down maybe a quarter of an inch, that was actually for the linked lifters. But I think something like that too, depending on how much cam that you have, how much lift you have. Although this is really for a street motor. If you're doing race stuff, I don't know if you're going to be doing this or not. I mean, it's up to you. Stuff is lighter, it's up to you. But you could bring it down some. And if you were to bring it down, and then while you're at it, just bring that groove channel over slightly for that oil feed I was talking about for the pin roller, that's another benefit there too. Okay, so with the assistance of my favorite magnet, I don't know why I didn't think about this before, but yeah, I can have the magnet hold them up for us. Everything's held to the table. You got a straight edge, so we can get a pretty good comparison here. And you can see those lines right there. They're right on the money. They were even with each other. So we're getting, my flat tappet version was giving us an accurate measurement also. So here's our sealed power lifter, and here's the new one. And they both line up. The new one has a tad bit more room up top, which we're good with. The oil bands all line up and everything. So we have our sealed power lifter on the left here. You can see it's got the higher oil port versus the other lifter, which has 4 equally spaced oil fill ports that are based down inside the oil band itself. The oil bands are the same level, but there's a huge relief cut on here versus the sealed power, which, to give you an idea, there we go. So the axle wheel here, you got a lot more room. There's a lot of clearance for these radical cam profiles. So the question you all want to know, what is this lifter? Well, it's marketed under different things, but this particular one is a Howard's cams. It's an LS lifter. So let me get a part number and we'll put it up here.